We're getting a lot of queries about refugee accommodation, like a lot about them, and not about like these stories that we get occasionally in the papers, which say, this person got 10 million for something, or this person got 5 million, but like what's actually happening overall. And Matt Tracy has done a lot of work on this, trying to track down basically what the overall picture looks like. But what I've done, or what I spent my weekend doing, was basically taking the Department of Equality releases invoices of everyone they've paid over 20,000 euros to. I went back through the last 5 years of those invoices and basically collated them together so that we could see everything that had been paid to companies in relation to accommodation for Ukrainians or asylum seekers, but also the services related to it. So I just wanted to show people what this kind of thing looks like and why other people generally don't do it. So I had to manually go through several times about 25,000 lines here. Like, that just keeps going in order to actually pull this together, because the way the department does it is they don't release it in an easy to handle Excel sheet. They're PDFs, the formatting changes, they give different names to the companies, they give different codes to things. None of it is designed to make this easy for you. But I'll zoom in so people can actually see something rather than just a wall of meaningless text. But what we now have, and I'm pretty sure we're the only people who have this, is a collated table of effectively every company that has taken money from the state for accommodation services and what they are, and also where they are by size. So here we have Cape Wraith Hotel Unlimited, 50, no, that's not right. That is 154 million to Cape Wraith. And this is just a less detailed one. But what we're going to do with this, and what I hope to do with this now, is to basically try and make a public-facing list of data where people will be able to go on and see the companies and see what they've gotten money for, and also see who own those companies and what they can do with it. The total spend on this, by the way, is about, I think, 4.5 billion over the last 5 years. It was 1.8 billion last year, I think. So you're talking about just incredible sums of money. So I'm hoping that we will have this ready to face the public within about a week or so, and that there will basically be a data section on GRIPT's site where subscribers can go in and say, here are the, we won't do all of these because there are, all in all, I think about 1,000 companies have gotten money from the state, of which about 600 have gotten 1 million or over. And then about, I think it's about 100 of them have gotten at least 10 million. So you're talking just about a massive number of companies. So we'll probably limit that to the 25 or 50 biggest, and then we'll build it out over time. But if people are wondering what your subscription to GRIPT buys you, it's basically to give us time to do work like this and then make that available to you. But one of the things that the problem we have, this is obviously one stage of it. The next stage is actually figuring out who owns these companies. So I just want to really quickly walk you through what you might have to do that. So let's say here, Mosney Holiday PLC Limited. They have gotten 88 million euro from the state. So you might think, you just go in, you just check, and you see immediately who is the owner of this company. So we use a product called Search for Less, which lets you in real time search the Irish company registers. It's a great product, better than any of the competitors I've used if you guys are looking for something. So here's Mosney Unlimited, right? So you go, these are the directors here, and these are the actual owners of it. So primarily owned by El Molino, or Molino, which is an unlimited company. A lot of the companies, what we found is they start as limited companies, they get the state contracts, and then they become unlimited companies. And what that means is, one, people can go after you personally if the company goes bankrupt. But what it also means is you don't have to do a lot of the reports that limited companies do. Because since the state isn't protecting you from bankruptcy, they basically say, okay, well, people don't need to know as much about you because they can go after you personally. So we go to the second company. This is company number 2, El Molino, owned by Sonning Unlimited. That is not an Irish company. looked, found it. So we go to our handy Isle of Man company registration. We find Sonning Unlimited. We buy Sonning Unlimited's annual returns. We then find out that Sonning Unlimited is in fact owned by another company on the Isle of Man. 2 companies, Cubit Unlimited, Scarlet Limited. We're now 4 companies in trying to find out who owns this thing. We go to Cubit Limited, I think. And there we find, sorry, this is, it is not updating with what I am showing, is it? Give me 1 second and I will actually fix that. This is the joy of a live stream. And there we are there.
And in the meantime, could sing a song or something.
Yeah, no. So there we are. So this is Cubit Limited. This is what, the 5th company? This is owned again by 2 other people, by Phelan McCluskey, who is Irish and is a person. He actually owns something, and Gourmelia Limited in Mosney. So that's what, the 6th company. If we go down the other road here to Scarslet Limited to try and find the other owners, I will cut this short, but basically company 7, company 8, company 9, then 2 people in the Isle of Man. So there are 9 holding, limited, unlimited, just a mixture of everything. And it all eventually leads you to, or at least half it goes to Gourmelia Unlimited, which is in Mosney. And these are the people who own it: Ruth Kiernans, Sarah Gates, Phelan McCluskey, and Paul McCluskey. So basically through 9 different companies, these are the people who appear to own Mosney and therefore have gotten the 88 million or whatever it looks to be. Now, I can't show that. The problem here is that there's ways to get around this. There's ways to appear to be shareholders and not to be, or to hold shareholdings for other people. And I don't know, in all of those 9 companies, what money is going in, what's going out. Do they own other things? Is there a much bigger kind of financial thing here? This is also an unlimited company, so it doesn't need to report most of its accounts, things like that. So basically, what it's actually doing is largely invisible to people like this. But I just wanted to walk you through one of them. And this actually isn't terribly complicated. This is just to give you an idea of what we've been doing. So my last while, I've basically been pulling all of these companies and trying to figure out where they are through Ireland, through the Isle of Man, through Guernsey, through whatever tax haven or tax efficient location they've picked. So yeah, that's what your subscriptions pay for. And if you'd like to see more of that, please consider subscribing, because the more subscribers we have, the easier it is for me to go, hey, give me weeks of time so I can spend it going through company house documentation. And that is my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it.